book of Deuteronomy is the fifth book of the Hebrew Bible and of the Jewish Torah. The English title is the Second Law. The book consists of 3 speeches delivered to the Israelites by Moses on the plains of Moab, now Jordan, shortly before they entered the Promised Land. A source of wisdom and strength, the Torah was thought to give life and an identity to those who obeyed its words. To keep Torah was to keep close company with the Creator of the universe, and was equivalent to believing and trusting in God. Law is essentially a good to be valued. Laws are to protect each member of a human community. Laws provide the necessary structure for growth and development of each person within a society. Imagine if everyone had the freedom to do their own will, even the freedom to take advantage of the poor and the weak. You've seen those historical movies of war and violence where the powerful survive total chaos. The powerful survive total chaos. In today's first reading, the statutes and decrees of the law were regarded as the details or agreements of Israel's covenant with God, and they are good. The second reading is from the Epistle of James about religion. Religion is a specific, fundamental set of beliefs concerning the cause, nature, and the purpose of the universe, usually involving devotional and ritual observances and containing a moral code governing the conduct of human affairs. That's religion. James writes about a religion that is pure. We are to welcome the word that is able to save our souls. We are to care for orphans and widows and to keep ourselves unstained by the world. Those who have been privileged to hear God's word are to let its power take root and then live and act because of that power. Therefore, in humbly welcoming the word, we welcome the person and mission of Jesus. In today's gospel, according to Mark, the disciples ate their meals with unclean, unwashed hands. They did not follow the Jewish tradition. By the time of Jesus' ministry, the laws had become so complicated that ordinary people could not understand. The only way was to consult the scribes, the experts in the law, for guidance. Today's gospel is the question of clean and unclean, which was at the very root of Jewish preoccupation with ritual and ceremonial purification. The law had developed into definite and rigid rules. For example, and you've heard this before, hands were to be washed before every meal and between courses in a specific manner. First, the hands were brushed clean of any sand and soil. The water for washing was reserved in special stone jars so that it also was ceremonially pure. I hope you have one of those special stone jars at your house. With fingertips pointing upward, water was poured over the hands until it ran down to the wrists. Even the amount of water was specified, a quantity equal to 1 1/2 eggshells full. Hope you have one of those handy. with hands still wet. One hand washed the other. But since this motion made the water unclean, more water was poured on the hands with the fingertips pointing downward. To fail in any part of this ritual was to be unclean in the sight of God. It was for this reason that the Pharisees and the scribes point out that the disciples of Jesus were not washing their hands before eating. Jesus spoke to the very heart of the matter. Purity and holiness would no longer be a matter of soap and water, but a lived faith which responds to God's word and cooperates with God's forgiving, cleansing grace. Jesus calls us to move beyond that hypocrisy which pays lip service but hides a sinful, devious heart behind impeccably washed hands. Imagine Jesus saying to his disciples, and to you and me today, it's gonna get rough down there, but don't worry, I am with you. I will never leave you, and I am your peace. No matter what's going on in your life, stop for a moment and speak his name out loud. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Know that he is with you and that he is for you, even when the storm is raging all around and people think your hands are unclean. Peace is not the absence of trouble. It is the presence of Christ. Peace be with you.